Hey folks, thank you guys for joining me today. Today's video is going to be an unboxing video. The fine folks from WarmBond have reached out and asked if I would be interested in reviewing their new smokeless fire pit, the Bond stove. We're going to head outside, get this thing unboxed. Now, this is a little more than just a smokeless fire pit, and you'll see that later in the video. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. Let's head outside and get this thing unboxed. All right, so here we have the Bond stove. They ship it to you in this box. Now, if you notice these handles here, these rope handles, I thought that was a little odd. I've never seen a box with these handles on it. As I dug into it a little more, I learned why they ship it this way, or why they box it this way, and you'll see in just a little bit. So, I'm gonna get it open. First thing they have in here is, let's see, an instruction manual. So just kind of showing you what's in the box, a little bit about it, diagrams. It's actually really simple to put together. This comes with a fire stoker, a poker, I guess if you will, some fire starter rings that you use to light the fire. It comes with a multi-functional shield, which goes on top, a combustion grate, an ash pan, the warm box, and then it has a heat insulated plate that goes underneath the warm box. You can basically set it on any surface. It comes with legs that you I guess screw on. We'll take a look. I know it also comes with wheels. I don't know if that's an upgrade or if they're included in this box. We'll find out. So that's that. Get this opened up. First thing we have here, storage carrier case. Okay, so this is, oh, you'll see what, this is what I think it is. I'm going to show you this in a little bit. Let's set this aside. Next, so just from the get-go, just from looking at it, they packaged this thing really, really well. Everything is just compact in here, put together nicely. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room. That's great. This here is the weather protector shield. If you're not using your Bond stove, cover it up with this. Leave it out in the weather, won't hurt it. That's kind of cool. Here is this is the outer plate. Let's take a look at this. So this goes on top of the stove once you put it together. That'll go on top. Set that aside. All right, so next we have, this is the poker here that you use to poke your fire, stir it up. And it's actually multi-purpose, because you'll see in a little bit if I think it's also used for something else. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm guessing there's some screws in here. The bottom of that, we'll open that up in just a bit. So we're going to lay that to the side. Here you have, these are going to be your legs for the Bond stove. Oh, cool. So this one, they actually sent wheels. I like that. It makes it easier to move around. I thought they were just going to send the legs. Maybe the legs are in here also, but it comes with these wheels. This one has a stopper on it, so it doesn't roll around on you. So that's pretty cool. You got four wheels here. We'll set that aside, and then we'll get those attached here shortly. Next are these are the fire starter rings. These are pretty cool. These are, if I remember, they're eco-friendly, if you know that's something that matters to you. And what this is on the inside, I'm not sure how many are in here, but they're basically fire starters. It's a rope-like fire starter with some paper on it. You light the paper, stick this at the bottom of the Bond stove, and that's how you start your fire. Now, I'm reckoning you can use starter cubes, tumbleweeds as well, but they send you some of these along with your Bond stove, so that's pretty cool. This here, I'm going to assume is the, yes, this is the, oh, let's not get into that just yet. Let's hold that. We'll put that aside. Let's see. On the inside here, you have your combustion plate. This thing has a bunch of holes in here. This is where you'll put that fire starter ring in here, and you put your wood on here. It has a bunch of holes on here for the ash to burn through. Set that aside. And before you put that in there, you'll actually put, this is your ash pan. Now, I was really hoping that this would have one, because it wouldn't make for a big mess trying to clean it up. But this goes at the bottom. Get this open. This is your ash pan. The last item you just saw sits on top of this, so as your fire or your ashes burn through those holes, fall through the holes, it lands on this, and it makes for easy cleanup. Just grab it by the handles, take it out, dump it out, you're good to go. All right, next, let's see, what's in here? In this box. Oh, okay. So these are the legs that go underneath the WarmBond. So you can either attach the legs so it stays permanently, it doesn't roll around or anything, or you can attach the legs and you're able to move it around. That's pretty cool that they sent both options. I didn't know that was going to happen, so that's cool. I believe it looks like the screw here, you just twist it right on the bottom. I believe the legs, it comes with screws. You got to screw each leg on as well, but this one, the attachment here, just seems a whole lot easier than the legs. So that's pretty cool. And these legs are actually really, really big. Bigger than I thought they were going to be. Gives you a good solid base, so that's good. Let's see what's next. Kind of get this out of the way. Lastly is gonna actually be the Bond stove. So we'll get this out of the bubble wrap. All right, so we have the Bond stove out of the box. One thing that I did forget to show you, this here is a diffuser plate. This goes just like this underneath the bottom. If you notice, there's holes here in the bottom for your airflow. This goes underneath that, but it still leaves a gap in here so airflow can flow through there and keep your fire burning. So this will have to attach with some screws, and we'll get the, I think I'm gonna put the legs on instead of the tires, and we'll get it assembled. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. But this is the warm box. Now there are a few other things that I'm going to show you that I haven't showed you yet, but let me get this attached first and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. All right, so I got it assembled. I have the diffuser plate at the bottom, and I went ahead and attached the feet. It only took a few minutes. It came with the tools, everything you need to assemble or to apply the diffuser plate. The feet simply screwed on like a bottle cap. Very, very easy. So when you use this, you take your ash pan, just set that right in the bottom. You'll take your combustion plate, set that right on top of that. That's where you'll start your fire. Again, with all the holes, your ashes will fall through the holes into the ash pan. Now it's starting a fire. These are the fire starters that they send you. As you can see, it is a rope type, a fire starter. You simply light the paper part and it'll burn all the way around. Again, you can use Tumbleweeds, fire starters, up to you, but they do send you, when you buy one of these, fire starters, and you can order more if you like. So you simply take this, light it, set it right in the bottom. As your fire gets going, you'll take your top plate, set it right on top. It has a lip on the inside here that this sits on, and that's it. Very, very easy to do. Once you have it assembled, anytime you're going to use it, it literally takes seconds to clean out and put back together. So that's the Bond stove. Now, there were a couple other things that I mentioned I will show you later. Let's look at what those are. So when I got the first shipment, about a couple days later, I got another shipment, and I wasn't quite sure what this was. When I looked into it, this is one of the reasons I really am digging this smokeless fire pit, this Bond stove. Not only is it a fire pit, but it's also a grill. Yes, it's a grill. So that first box that I showed you earlier, this is your grill grate that goes on top. This thing is pretty thick, heavy duty. So they send you this. We'll assemble it in just a second. I'll show you what that looks like once we attach it. And in this box, what they send you, they have a whole grill kit put together for you. They have this here. This sleeve is actually pretty cool, but this is just some tools. Like, it has a pair of tongs, really big tongs that you can use. It has a, I don't know, pitchfork of sort here that you can use to flip meats. That's really, really cool. Get that. And one of the other things I like about this is they send you these smaller ones here. These things would make really good tools for if you wanted to, like, roast marshmallows, make some s'mores around the campfire, or just kind of put, give something a little bit of char right over the fire. These work perfect for that. They send you 4 of these, all in this cool little kit. So I thought that was pretty cool. It also comes with a lid. Put that there, close this up. Set this aside. Here you have a kettle style lid that comes with it. It does have a knob on top that you attach. It's got your vent here. They send you, set that aside. They send you this glove, a pretty cool little glove. WarmBond right-handed glove. So use that if you're, most of you probably already have a glove, but if you don't, you get one in the package. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, there is a spot, if you look here, I hope you can see that still. This little tab opens up and there's a hole in there. They do send you a thermometer that you simply take and drop right in there. So now you can read the temperature of your pit. Now, once you're grilling, you take your grate. You'll take your grate. This is designed, it has a lip in here for this grate to sit right in. That's it. Really, really easy to assemble. I do know that they do offer. Oh, and you know, once I attach the handle, you'll just grab it by the handle, and that will go right on top, just like that. You could grill, you could do some smoking. I'm gonna guess that since there aren't any vents on the bottom, you know, trying to hold a consistent temp is gonna be rough to do, but I don't think this is really designed for smoking. It's designed more for grilling. So I really enjoy this. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. I think this is cool. That poker from earlier, this here, you can use to stoke your fire, or you can use it, get in here and lift this right off. You can add more wood. If you're done grilling, simply remove it and you're back to having a fire pit. So that's really cool. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this and why I think I'm really gonna enjoy this. Not only that, but it does come with this traveling case here. Let me get this opened up. Earlier, this was the first thing that I pulled out. Now, one of the things that I mean, there are a number of things I'm liking about this, but this thing, this smokeless fire pit is portable, right? So they send you a case here that you open up. You lay it down. You'll set the stove, the fire pit on top. Close it up. If I can line it up. And it has these straps, which makes it really easy to carry around. So if you're going on a trip, instead of trying to carry this big old fire pit, you can strap it in here. It makes it easier to hold, or easier to carry. Now, this thing weighs, it's right at about 35 pounds. So it's not huge, but it's not small either. I think it's a perfect size. It's pretty easy to move around, I think, compared to a lot of the other fire pits that I've seen. So I think this option right here is really cool. It's just gonna make it for easy travel. Now, there are a few other things that I wanna talk about this, or mention about this grill, and we'll head inside and we'll do that there. All right, one thing I forgot to mention is, and I said this at the very beginning, that we would talk about this box, and you know, I was wondering why they included these handle straps. What I learned is, you can see this perforated dotted line here. You can punch that out, so you have a little window here, and this is where you can stack your wood. If you're going on a trip, if you're camping, going to the beach, anything like that, instead of carrying loose wood, throwing it in the back of your truck, in your trunk or whatever, that's what this box is used for. You simply put your wood in there, and then you have those two handles, which makes it easy to carry. So when they package this thing, they really, in my opinion, I think did a great job of, you know, trying to utilize everything, almost, I want to say zero waste almost. But everything seems pretty functional. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that, because I did touch on it at the beginning of the video, that I would talk a little bit about this box. Again, you just punch out the window right in front here, slide your wood in there, easy peasy, carry with no worries. All right, so let's talk about who I think this would be good for. If you're in a camping, going to the beach, I think this is perfect for you. If you do a lot of traveling in an RV from place to place, I think this is perfect for you. You'll always have a fire pit with you wherever you go. Now, why do I like it? Why was I interested in trying it out? As a competition cook, I think this is gonna work perfect for those cold nights at a competition. To have that smokeless fire pit available, I think is gonna work great. Also, The other thing that I really liked about this Bond stove was, as you saw, the ability to grill meats. On Friday nights, usually cooks are, always wanting to cook something for ourselves. So without having to take an extra pit with me for that, I can use this and it doubles as both. I have my smokeless fire pit and I have something I could grill burgers, steaks, fajitas, whatever I want on it. So I think it's gonna work perfect. Now, if you're interested in purchasing one of these or just gathering some more information, if you click the description box below, there'll be 2 links. One is a link that will take you to at the moment, they're in a Kickstarter phase of this program. Now, the last numbers I saw, the goal that they were trying to reach, they surpassed that by 700%, which tells me that there's a lot of folks out there who really believe in this product and can't wait to get their hands on it. So one link will take you there, and on that website will have all the information about the company, about the stove, any questions you have pretty much are answered there. Now this also does come, the cool thing about this is it does come with other accessories. There's a glass top that goes on top where the kettle lid goes. I think lighting that fire at night with that glass around it, kind of like a fire pit in the house or a chimney in the house, I think it just looks really, really cool. I think you would like it too. They do have a few other accessories. I believe they just came out, or they're coming out, as you saw, this one was silver. They're coming out with a green version, the color green. I saw the picture of it and that thing looks really, really cool. So one link will take you there, and you can find out all the information that you're needing to. Now, if you want to join the Kickstarter campaign, get in line, get you one, there'll be a second link where you can click on, it'll take you there and you can order yours from there. So that is the Bond stove from WarmBond. Again, I really appreciate the folks from WarmBond sending that out, allowing me to review it. I can't wait, and you'll see future videos of me actually using it, putting it to the test. I think it's gonna work perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you on the next one. Take care.